Hello, welcome to my second video blog, every bit as fascinating as the first. No, I've actually had another mind-blowing moment this week. I've actually been reading in the morning, every morning. I kind of spend a lot of time in front of the screen, and I wanted to I get up early. And I decide, I speak to Alex about it, and I said, you know what, when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to actually read for 45 minutes rather than sit in front of a computer screen, because so much of life these days does feel like it's forced to be that way. I mean, I do read on a Kindle, but that's probably by the by. But I've been reading a book by Thomas Sterner. It's called Practicing Mind, and I've actually had a tweet with Thomas. I'm hoping that maybe he's going to come on and have a chat with me about his book, and maybe that's going to be beneficial to you, because it's a very insightful book and it's really having quite an impact on me. It really, I guess it caught my attention right from the start because he spoke about the importance of focusing on the process rather than the outcome. And you know that that's something I really believe in. You know, I want us to set goals, but ultimately success is laid out by the process. And I think we can get too emotionally attached to the goal. So when I lose weight, I'm going to be happy. I'm not close enough to that goal, so therefore I'm unhappy. Actually, life is existing in the gap between setting the goal and reaching the outcome. I think he gave the example of a 100-meter Olympic athlete, and they're stood on the podium, and yes, it's great to win the gold medal, but it's the accomplishment, the knowledge of the process and the work where the pride comes in. If you just sort of turned up and were given a gold medal, it wouldn't feel good, would it? Life exists in the process. There's no point at which we reach perfection. There's no point at which we get there. There's always going to be a what then, what next, what now, and the life exists in the process, which I love. But that wasn't the groundbreaking knock me out moment that I'm pretty confident is going to change a lot about my life personally, and I'm explaining it to you because I think that not for everybody, everyone sees things differently. For those who this does resonate with, I feel it's going to make a big difference, and I especially hope it's going to make a big difference to your health plan. So he went on to speak about, and I'm sure if he ever watched this, he'd be disappointed with how poorly I explain his book. It's probably like if I watched someone else talking about my book, I'd probably feel the same. But this is the way I've interpreted it and how I've taken on. And the good news is it's really made a difference. The way that we look at tasks, if you like, processes, as either difficult or easy or challenging or pleasurable. And why do we do that? Why is it that one task is pleasurable and another task is unpleasurable? And because we know that for one person, say cooking is a lot of fun, and for another person it's not fun at all. And we attach this label, if you like, to tasks. So I read this and I thought about it, and I thought, well, I'm going to find two tasks that I really don't like. And I'm going to try this. So I picked out two tasks. One is unloading the dishwasher. That's my job. And I hate it. I don't know why. And the other job I always don't enjoy is cooking. I don't know why I don't enjoy cooking. I just don't. I've never really thought about why. But I do it. So these are two tasks that I do that it would be stretching it to say they build anxiety in me. That would be stretching it, but I don't look forward to them, and I rush through them, and I'm happy when they're over. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have a great time. Well, actually, no, it's not a great time. I'm going to go and unload the dishwasher today. And I'm going to focus on the process. Not whether it's fun, not whether it's bad, not whether it's good, not whether it's challenging. Just focus on the process. So I was getting the glasses out, and I was placing them really carefully, okay, in the cupboard, getting the knives and forks out, lining them up, checking them, you know, doing the job well. You know, the dishwasher hasn't done that well enough. Go and give it a little clean, put it in there now, right? So I'm really taking the process of unloading the dishwasher, and you might think now, okay, Daniel's a loon, and you'd be right, but I took the process seriously, and I've done it for a few days, and I'm quite enjoying unloading. I'm quite enjoying unloading the dishwasher. Now it sounds silly, and Thomas does say that the point is not to enjoy or not enjoy, it's just to be lost in the process, and I'm kind of getting it. And when you start thinking, so I'm kind of doing it, and I'm actually thinking, I'm enjoying unloading the dishwasher. And then you've got to give yourself a slap. You've got to say, no, I'm just doing it. But I'm quite enjoying it. I'm not sure if that's right, but it's made a big difference to me. I take great pride in unloading that dishwasher, and it changes the task completely. Same thing with eggs. Cooking eggs for breakfast. Not always, I often have eggs for breakfast. Sometimes I'll have a piece of toast and some spinach, and it was previously just throw it all together. And now, well, I make sure I crack them eggs nicely, get them poached nicely. Perfect poached egg. Is that the perfect poached egg? There's no such thing as perfection, but you can get close with a poached egg. Toast, nicely done. Spinach and the right little bit of pepper. Do you want some olive oil on there? You know, I want to make the best possible poached eggs on toast with spinach that I can. And I'm enjoying that too. Because rather than attaching an emotion to the task, I'm focusing on being in the task and the process. I'm not sure I can quite explain what a profound difference I think this might make to my life. I know it will make to my life, because you guys know I believe in discipline. So now I've got it, I'm not going to let it go. This means a lot to me, actually. This means a lot. And there's even things I do with my children. And that's where you get a little bit painful with it. And you've got to be, you know, you're talking to them and your mind's in a million other places. I'm not in the process of engaging with my children. I don't want to make that sciencey kind of, you know, I don't want everything to be rigid, but I want to be there present with them, having a nice conversation with them. I don't want to be thinking, you're 4 years old. What happened at school today sounds wonderful, but really, what about that email over there? And that's going to pay the bills. That's not good. That's not good. So, and so this, the dishwasher is funny, but there's things that I can apply this to that I feel are going to make a big difference to what I want and matter to me out of my life. And let's move it on to you guys, because that's why you're watching. You're not invested in my life. But I know that if you're taking part in Body Project, you care about your health, and you may or may not, most people do, struggle to consistently exercise and eat healthy and all the things that we want you to do. When you work out, are you attaching, this is difficult, this is challenging, this is anything, this is fun to it? Because what you should be doing is, I think, well, I don't say should is not a word I like. I believe a very powerful way of approaching this is to turn up to the workout and get the process right. Feel the muscles, engage the core, execute the moves correctly. Listen to your body, be present in the workout. Some days a workout will be something you're less motivated to. We know that, we need discipline for that. And that's never going to change. But once you start, be there. Be present for it. And even for me, I think about some workouts and it really is a case of ticking a box. And that is fine occasionally. But I think the kicker here, if we combine what Thomas has learned through his studies and what I know about physiological changes, is that if you do apply this practicing, this present process, this present mindset to your workout, you're going to get, one, far more from the workouts, because you are doing them correctly. And each time you do them, you're going to do them even more correctly, if you like. And two, you're going to get better results because of that, which then compounds and makes you feel more inspired to do it. And three, as you achieve a level of mastery around the exercises and the core engagement and the intensity thresholds, you're going to start naturally enjoying it more, because who doesn't want to do something they're good at? And I, having been someone who spent more than 10,000 hours in a workout environment of some description, I can promise you there are people who spend a long time exercising, and there's benefits, but they're not moving any closer towards the mastery of the movements. And that's a shame, because the amount of time people invest, they deserve to get mastery and pleasure and improvement and presence in that workout. Purposefully being in what you're doing is going to bring that. And I do think that's important for all of us. I think it can be applied to lots of areas of life. I think that emotional disentanglement from goals, we set them, we set the process, and we focus on the process, and don't let that, when we start looking at how far we are from our goal, we start that rocky road of self-judgment. I should be there. I'll be happier if I was there. No, your life is here. Over there's something else, and it will just be what's next. He actually says that. It will be what's next. It won't be, I'm here now, I'm done. It will be something else. And that something else is another part of your life. Achieving it isn't, the process of it is. Anyway, look, powerful, powerful stuff. Any questions, comments, let me know. I will happily answer them. You know, let's keep this conversation going. Let's support each other in achieving our goals. That's what Body Project's here for. We want you to be successful. And I believe I wouldn't share something with you if I didn't think it would make the difference. And I believe this will. I will catch you next week.